Ladies and gentlemen, men's quarterfinal action. Please welcome onto Rod Laver Arena from the United States, Francis Tiafoe.
Engaging, charismatic. The crowd are going to love him.
His opponent is a 17-time Grand Slam from Spain, Rafael Nadal.
Sporting icons don't come much bigger than Rafael Nadal. Beloved everywhere around the world, understandably so, not just because of his ability to win tennis matches, but his ability to connect, it feels, with just about everybody. Francis Tiafoe has a little bit of that as well. Going to be interesting to see just how good his tennis is against one of the game's greatest ever players. Delighted to say that I'm joined by one of the game's greatest coaches, Roger Rashid. Big night here in Australia, Roger.
Massive night, Petch. Really looking forward to this one and getting stuck into this, because you've got the big heavyweight boxer, the world champ, really a number of times, isn't he, when he's turned out to these big title events. And he's got a challenger who's actually got some currency at the moment, and he's playing some really big-time tennis. He's believing as the tournament gets on, and we're going to see his future grow here tonight.
Rafa, as ever, will be the last to arrive at the coin toss, and we're just keeping an eye on the clock. 8 seconds left. 7, 6. He's got his 2 bottles. 3, 2, 1. He's on time.
So after the coin toss, please some photos with Thomas over to that side. Just a couple of reminders for me. One is about time. After the warm-up, 60 seconds. Back ready for play. 25 seconds between points, and we also have the time after first game of each set and a changeovers, okay? And we obviously have Hawkeye, so if you want to challenge, please do it in a clear and timely manner. Any questions? No? Who is going to choose? Francis? Rod Laver is chosen. It's ANZ. Serve. Say some photos, please, over to that side. Thank you.
Well, it was the sponsor that came up, not Rod Laver. There would have been some nice symmetry with that, of course, because he was one great left-hander. Okay, Roger, let's have a quick chat about what France have got to do well before we see the bios, which will be coming up shortly.
Well, he's going to have to settle first. I think that's the whole idea. Can he settle into the environment? Because if you don't settle, it's a runaway train. Rafa grabs you early. We know Rafa's going to play big ball early. He tries to jump on his opponents, his younger opponents, quickly and actually impose himself and see if he can actually squeeze the life out of him on a big stage. So if he settles, great. And then is he going to be bold enough and brave enough to go after the ball, to step in and challenge Rafa's spinning balls that he tries to bounce at you? If he can do that, we might see an interesting contest.
Turned 21, of course, when he won his last match against Grigor Dimitrov. What a nice birthday present that was for him. Well, he's currently ranked at 39 in the world, but that is going up substantially, and it could still, of course, climb further. There's his win-loss, of course. Last year he lost to Del Potro, a man that he had a win over on the way to winning his first ATP title last year in Delray Beach, and that's the journey. He has been doing a lot of work when you look at those numbers there, the sprints, and he's going to do a little bit more. He was talking about that. Win in the opening round against Gunnars Warren.
Was impressive against Kevin Anderson, a set and 3-love down, and then he just raced away against Grigor. He was quite imposing. Grigor couldn't really penetrate him, winning opportunities, and getting to this stage is, it's mightily impressive. And well, you don't really need to look on the left-hand side when Rafa Nadal comes up, do you? Because you just there's so many different achievements that he's had, but most importantly, what I've loved, Petch, is that every single time we watch this man play, we know exactly what we're going to get. We're going to get an effort that is that you want to sit every kid in front of the screen and say, watch this boy, and watch this young man. He just gives, he does the right thing for the game.
Tiafoe up to 30 in the world currently at the moment. So looking good, career high for him. And as you said, let's take a look. Actually, when he looks at that, he's in good nick, isn't he, coming in?
Yeah,
not too many miles on the clock.
No, and obviously didn't play any lead-up stuff. Tried to play in Brisbane, so it's a pretty fresh Rafa, and jumping into a second week, there's no doubt about it. And that's what you want to do. You want to try and get yourself. He hasn't had that really high-intensity, emotionally draining tennis match. When you look at his results here, I mean, they've been very clean, haven't they? Australian in the first three. So
why do you love him so much here?
He's been brutal to our guys. Totally destroyed our summer of tennis right there. But and then Thomas Berdych, who I thought, you know, it was great to see him back fit, playing some tennis. Hopefully he has a good full season. But he's generally owned him the way he's played. So this is the freshest Rafa's moved into the second week for a long time.